This is the Terminator. This Terminator is the T600. So kind of did a pretty good amount on him the other night. It's been a long week. A little bit under the weather. Trying to get over this cold right now. Kicking my ass. But here we are in a new year. I'm gonna be working on DREDD tonight. Trying to nail this DREDD piece down right here. Both these guys got pretty interesting costumes. So these are the T600 model of Terminators with the rubber skin. So let's start working on the DREDD shoulder piece right here. That's that this one right here. So we got you're gonna have the eagle. Have that eagle piece right there. I really wish they would make a Judge Dredd movie, like a proper one. I know Taika Waititi was going to be making one, but I don't think it's gonna happen. We'll see though. Wow. All right. Taika Waititi. DREDD. That movie DREDD with Carl Urban. The movie's pretty awesome. Yeah. I actually seen it in the movie theater when it came out. It was 3D. It's pretty badass too, like the way that that drug works, the slow-mo drug. Thought it was, pretty decent. It's kind of hard to do the 3D live, or not live, but in the movies. I don't know. It's hit or miss usually. I also seen Beowulf in 3D. That one, I don't know. It wasn't that great. Nothing really popped out that much. Yeah, thought it could have been a little better, but it is what it is. All right. Put that right there. Using a little bit of photo reference. I've never drawn DREDD before. He's one of those characters. There's a lot of characters I want to draw, but I have to start checking out. People have been telling me to draw Berserk. Getting a lot of the requests for that. I got the first Berserk book. That was the first manga I ever got. My buddy got it for me. Friend Goated. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm a little under the weather. Just pushing through, you know. Still got to go to work and stuff tomorrow. I had to go to work today. I was really dizzy yesterday, though. That shit was wild. I never been so dizzy, like, from a cold. But I use a lot of those Mexican remedies. I do the turmeric with garlic and ginger, a little bit of honey concoction. That really helps out a lot. And then I do the Vicks Vapor Rub on the chest and the back. And then I do onions on my feet with socks. The onions absorb a lot of the sickness. Helps out a lot. It's Roku. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks. I appreciate that. Illicit. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for swinging through. We're drawing Judge Dredd versus the T600 from Terminator Salvation. I was gonna do, you know, like the Arnold Schwarzenegger one, but I think these ones look really creepy. I thought it would have been a fun character to draw. Hot medicine, huh? Oh, thanks for subbing. I appreciate it. Yeah, and then I haven't been able to really do any lives this week. This is the first one in a while. I was going to try to do some comic book reviews this week too, but I've just been really under the weather and tired. But I'm pushing through right now. Hopefully tomorrow I'll feel even better. That's the thing. You gotta keep pushing through, you know, even when you're feeling bad, you know. Sometimes that's the best medicine, is just to push it. That, and then also some sleep too. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that, Rintroku. Yeah, guys. I hope you guys are having a good Saturday night. I'm just doing a little chill stream right now. I'm kind of winding down for bed. I got my Death Wish chocolate hazelnut coffee. It's pretty good. Pretty good. What song do you know? Right here it's I think it's let's see. It's 9:40 Pacific Standard Time. Yep. I'm drawing Judge Dredd. I'm trying to look at how people draw them, but everyone kind of draws them a little different. So I'm trying to set up the basic layout of how he should look for some of his stuff, and then I'm putting my little spin on it. Let's see. What song do you know? I know a couple songs. $240. Oh wow. Let's see here. Might try to change this head position a little bit. All right, have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. All right. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay. There's that. Well, Thanks for hanging out. How's it going? Indigo, no blue. Just drawing some Judge Dredd right now versus Terminator. Let's see here. Gotta get that eagle just right. It usually takes me like probably like 6 hours or more. But I'm doing it kind of slow when I'm on here. I'm not really moving for speed. If it was like a comic book or something, I usually move a little quick, a little faster. I stumbled into this again. I guess it'll be average to be here for a while anyways. Nice drawings. Thanks, man. Right. Judge Dredd, huh? Yeah, Dredd will probably win this, right? Can't go wrong with Dredd. There we go. All right. Probably gonna need to raise these legs up a little bit. There we go. This thing's a little too big. There we go. Shrink it down a bit. This will look better. Hope everyone's having a happy new year. There we go. I know it's raining like crazy out here. Raining like cats and dogs. Now you have a good night. All right. Okay. Got that. Drawing some feathers in there. That. Okay. Yeah, have a good night, man. There we go. Can work with that a little bit. Let's see here. So probably just going to keep this like that for now, unless I move on to something else. So I got to have something there. But for now, I can use that. All right. Got that. All right, start moving on to the other arm. Got the hand right here. Give him a bigger hand. Probably going to shrink this up a little. Yeah, his costume's pretty elaborate. Judge Dredd. Pretty elaborate. The Dark Judges are pretty awesome too. Gonna draw them. Them versus Dredd would be pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah. The hands are always the worst part. Yeah. Trying to figure out where the pads go. Yeah, they're way back here. Yep. There we go. Something like that. Tomorrow live? I might be. I might go live tomorrow. Not sure. It just depends on how the day goes. But yeah, I might try to do that. Might try to go live tomorrow. No, he's got his little patches on there. Little pockets. Sometimes. I think it's probably backwards too. Let's try that out. I started drawing when I was really young, like probably like 4 years old or something. I'll leave that like that for now. I'm gonna start working on the other shoulder pad. Let's see here. That one's gonna be kind of like this. Maybe even come out like that. And then kind of like this. Something like that. Thanks for the stars and stuff, guys. I appreciate that. You take course or something to improve? No, I did a couple drawing classes in high school. That was it. And then I just been uh studying artists I like, and then also check out like Bridgman's book on anatomy. That's pretty much it. We got that right there. Let's see. Right, then we got it's going to be like right here, so it's going to be hard to see his elbow pad. It's going to be blocked by the shoulder pad, so like that. Then you're going to have the glove right here, nice and thick. Okay, we got that. Okay, so we got that one. Then we're going to draw his lawgiver in a little bit. I'm going to start working on the legs now. Thanks, everybody, for stopping by. I appreciate that. Thanks, everyone that subscribed and hitting the like and the subscribing. You guys are awesome. Sorry I'm not as talkative tonight. Just a little under the weather. I don't get sick that much. Usually like maybe twice a year at the most. Yeah. Not too much. No. There's a lot of Judge Dredd styles you can do too. I really want to go back and get the Dredd comics, man. They're so cool. I'm going to really detail this out later too. I'm just trying to get the basic forms and stuff. All right, let's see here. We got the boots. One second. I'm just looking for some references right now. Yeah, some people draw them really good. Some people draw them like okay, but yeah, so many good artists though, man. Boland, Bisley. Yeah. Okay, I think I got what I was looking for. I was right. I was gonna do something in my head from what I remembered, and I was pretty much dead on if I would have just drew without the reference. The belt's kind of a big deal too. That belt. Gonna have that eagle head. Utility belt. It's all like in repetition though. You draw Judge Dredd like every day, you're gonna know Judge Dredd. You know, I think he would be a cool character to kind of master. You know, draw a lot because he's got a lot of little moving. He's got a lot of little parts. You know, armor and shoulder pads and all that stuff. All that good stuff. Yeah, I gotta come back and fix some of this stuff. We get the utility belt. I almost feel like dudes should just rock utility belts. It would come in handy, you know. You got all this stuff you carry around, you know. Especially if you're working in construction and things like that, or I don't know. I just think they're cool. I got the utility belt. You can get these right here, the knee pads. Oh, whoops. Dropped my pencil. All right. Still not where I want it to be. I think it needs to be more like that. And then we get the boots right here. That. How's it going, Matt To Do and Fran Goated? You guys just hanging out? That's what I'm doing, just chilling right now. A little under the weather. All right, there's that. All right. There we go. That. That shoulder, that knee pad's pretty big right there. All right. I'll try this right here. All right. Oh, it's freezing out there in Argentina, huh? Place is pretty though. It looks some of the places over there look like New Zealand in Argentina, man. Almost looks like European, some of the places over there. Same thing with New Zealand. Let's see here. Seems like a fun place to travel to someday, maybe. But better, huh? Nice. Yeah, I was tripping just to seeing how like that place could look so like European and be down there in the south of the border. But then you look at like again like New Zealand looks like a fantasy land, you know. It's pretty wild. It almost looks like certain spots over there in Argentina. It almost looks like Switzerland or Germany or Holland. Yeah, it's wild. At the boot. Might be right. The problem is that all here is so expensive and only some areas are like Europe. That makes sense. I think his foot needs to be a little longer. Right here. Just a little bit. There we go. All right, so we get the boot right here. some more of this right here for the Terminator. Come in like that. Gotta watch that Terminator Salvation again. I got it on DVD out in the garage. I have to watch that again. I think he has boots pockets too. Like that. Something like this on the side. Either way, nevertheless, I'll just draw it on there. And a boot pocket on the side. Yeah, ever since that DREDD movie, man, came out, everybody wants to see another DREDD. Everybody likes Judge Dredd, you know. He's kind of like, you know, crazy in some ways because he's like pure justice, you know. Like he doesn't. I think he sleeps like 3 hours a day or something like that, and he just gets up and wants to like just fight crime, you know. Because that's how they made him. He's a clone. He doesn't he doesn't rest. Got to give it to Carl Urban for leaving the mask on too. Like a G. Urban. Yeah, it's pretty wild. I'm just kind of cleaning up a little bit of this scribbles here and there. Yeah, it is pretty crazy. Him being a clone. And he and his brother Rico. They have a lot of videos online too about DREDD. I've seen some documentaries on like just the comics, you know. I don't like to do that, you know, but it was just so damn interesting that like I watched some documentaries on it. Not because I don't own any of the comics, but I always liked Judge Dredd, even as a kid. I got into Dredd from the Sylvester Stallone movie from the '90s. I really like that movie. Really like that movie, and I really like the video game. I think I got the video game for Christmas for Super Nintendo. and I think I still have the game manual that came with it. The game was cool, and you have the lawgiver gun, and it was voice activated, so it had all this different type of caliber and different ammunition you could use. Double whammy. Heat seeker, flamethrower. You could do all this different stuff with it. So cool. And then Mega City 1 was really cool, and then going out into the desert in the game, you start facing off against those dark judges, like these supernatural judges. Like, it's so metal. Yeah, it's a pretty metal character. It's crazy because he's like a real like kind of a right wing type character, but he's like a parody that a lot of like lefties would write, But it's kind of like it's a joke in some way for them, but I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing. He's just an uber badass. He's a goat, and he's an old character too. I think what's his name? Carlos Esquiva created the design of Dredd. I forgot his name. Carlos. I think it's Esquiva. He's from Spain, I believe. Yeah. Back in the 70s, yo. Oh, the game? Yeah, it wasn't that hard. It was just a side scroller, but it was fun. I liked it a lot. Let me give him these shell toe boots on here. There's that. There's a lot of hard games though. I think some games were just too hard, It's like, don't want to play this anymore. Nowadays, I guess games are a lot easier, but it's like it's got to be somewhat hard. There we go. It's a little better. And then probably going to work on this a little bit. Oh yeah, Turtles and the one for Nintendo was hard. I couldn't even play that game. Were you just driving around the bus or the turtle van all over town? Oh, I hated that game. But the one for Super Nintendo, Turtles in Time, that game was awesome. That was all fun. Turtles in Time. Love that game. It's still good. Yeah. Still has merit. All right. What's up, Raina Kushmar and Ever? Battletoads was hard for me and Mega Man. Yeah, those games were pretty hard. Battletoads I never got to play. I always wanted to play it, but I never got to play it. Mega Man, I got pretty good at Mega Man. I beat Mega Man X, but the other ones I couldn't beat. But I got to beat Mega Man X, and that game was awesome. Right here, I'm drawing Judge Dredd versus a Terminator. This is a T600 with the rubber skin. Yeah. About to draw the lawgiver right now is his gun. Yeah. Just doing like a quick quick stream tonight. Figure I'd get on here and just relax and draw a little bit. Just plan on going for like maybe an hour and a half. Got to work tomorrow. I'm a little sick tonight too, so I'm trying to stay up too late. Got to regenerate some cells. Regenerating cells. All right. The lawgiver. Yeah, Mega Man X. Yeah, I really liked Mega Man X. I used to go over to my buddy's house and play that shit. Game was fun. There's a bunch of lawgivers. Bunch of little lawgiver guns. They're all kind of cool too. They got their little identities, you know. Got a bunch of different types of guns. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just looking at some photo refs. Trying to pick the right gun that I want. I think I'm just gonna. I don't know. I thought there was only two. I thought he had only two lawgivers, but there's a bunch, dude. Looks like it's really like they let people kind of draw what they want, you know, for the most part. Yeah. Yeah, he's a really cool character, Judge Dredd. Yeah. Some people draw as just a different way people draw, man. They draw like the eagle really crazy. That's pretty cool though. Really let people kind of do their thing. All right, I think I'm gonna. I think I got the one I want to roll with. We got this one right here. So we got that. It kind of comes back like this. Up top like that. Incendiary. Double whammy. I want to watch Dredd now. Let's see. Here's a good place for Joe. Yeah. Let's see. Badly like Lex Luthor. He does look like Lex Luthor a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tweak his face a little bit. But he is gonna look like Lex Luthor though. I ain't gonna lie. And I was looking. There's a bunch of T600s. There's a whole lot. I thought there was only like two in the movies. But I was looking. There's like a whole lot of T600s. There's like T600A, T600B. There's the Arnold Schwarzenegger model. It was just like the T800, you know. But yeah, there's a lot. There's short. There's like tiny. There's like 5 foot what is it? T600s. There's 6 foot. There's just different ones, man. There's some with skin, some without skin. There was something about the rubber skin though. There's some where like the skin's just getting shot off. Pretty wild. Pretty wild. All right, looks like they got this right here. Something like this. That should be cool. That's fine. That's fine. I'm going to do this right here just to kind of give myself a guide. A triangular guide. All right, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You only live on YouTube, so I can maybe see you another place. Yeah, I just do YouTube right now. Yeah, I'm just doing the lives on YouTube right now. All right. There we go. I got to make these things a little bigger. There we go. Make those a little bigger. See, then the next time I draw Dredd, I'll draw them better too. It's just intimidating sometimes, like you've never drawn certain characters, but you just got to get out there and do them, You can always get better the next time, you know what I mean? Always get better the next time. All right. So you got the pockets too right here. There we go. Yeah. All right, we got the gun. He's going to be blasting a hole through him right here. With that big barrel right there like that. Not too big. Then there's this. It's got a square guard right there. It's got the magazine right here. That fat magazine. It's about down to about here. Yeah, right about there. Like that. There we go. He has a very cool gun. Very interesting. It's almost like a character. As it should be. As it should be. Just like in Hellboy, he had the gun, the Samaritan. That gun was pretty rad. It's pretty rad. There we go. And then probably do another one of these right here like that. These, a little muzzle like that. Coming in right now with a little bit of the Tomo eraser. Clean this up a little bit. Oh, 10 likes. You guys are awesome. Thanks for hitting that like. I appreciate you. All right, we got that. What's that? All right, we got that. Okay. All right. this right here. I think it's winding it up. There's that. There we go. Thanks. I appreciate it. Right. All right, let's see here. I have to get a little bit more of this right here. Give him a little muzzle right here. And then I think, yeah, this is supposed to go about right here. This is a little thicker. That's crazy thick. There we go. It's gotta. Yeah, I listen to metal. That's what I listen to. I listen to mostly all music. But yeah, my music of choice is always metal. All right. All right, got that right there. Yeah, definitely. Right now I like Spawn the Dark Ages. That's a good comic book series. I also like Skin Breaker. That one's pretty good, and I'm digging the new Punisher. It's okay. And above all, I like the Conan the Barbarian. That's my top pick, Conan. Conan for sure. Can't go wrong with Conan. All right. Tell you one thing though, there's a lot of movies I want to watch. And as far as series for TV goes, I'm looking forward to Primal season 3. That's coming out like in 2 weeks or less. If you haven't seen Primal on Cartoon Network, you're missing out. And Mandy's awesome. The Nicolas Cage movie. Yeah, yeah. Primal's awesome. Yes, and then it's gonna be Spear's gonna be an undead zombie. He's gonna be like a ghoul, pretty much. That's gonna be badass. So hyped for that. Yeah, me too, man. It's gonna be so dope. I want to draw, dude. I want to draw fucking Spear. I think I'm gonna draw Spear. That's gonna have to go down, man. I'm gonna draw that the week of. Probably draw Spear fighting some werewolves or something. I think that would be pretty cool. Because he already fought like he fought those giant Batmen, those man bats in that's one of my favorite episodes actually. He fights man bats and they have like that spider up in that rock tower. So cool. Maybe I'll draw him fighting some werewolves. That sounds pretty dope. I might do that. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna fall off. I think it'll be good. But it's gonna be it's gonna be the last season though. They're not gonna have him. They're not gonna bring him back after this. He just brought him back because the fans wanted him back. It's gonna be an anthology series after this season 4. It's gonna be anthology, which it means that every episode will have a different primal character where they lose their mind and go nuts. Kind of like the episode on season 2. I think it was like episode 12, something like that, where they had the Englishman. He went nuts. He went primal. Imagine if every episode was like that. That's what Gindi Tartakovsky said, the creator, which I think is a good idea. I'm cool with that. It's just fans really wanted more Spear and Fang, at least Spear. So yeah, yep, yep, yep. So yeah, I'm really excited for that. Drawing his magazine cord right here. All right, there's that. Yeah, sure. Bad joke. Go for it, man. It was so bad it let you speechless. Well, yeah, go for it, man. Hey, how's it going, Steve England? This right here, yeah, it's actually a Terminator 600 versus Judge Dredd. So they're having a little spat. Thanks for stopping by. By the way, there's that. Clean that up a little bit. Yeah, just doing a little chill down Drawstream. before I go to bed. Oh, you're making a T800 at the moment? That's awesome. Yeah, T800 sick. Life size, huh? Wow. That's wild. That's wild. Yeah, I can't wait to see what they do with the new Terminator. The last two movies have been pretty bad. The Netflix manga or anime was pretty good. I heard though. I heard the Netflix anime Terminator was pretty good. Uh, James Cameron said he's going to reboot it. He's going to get rid of Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's going to be a hard reboot. So he says it needs to be rebooted. He wants to work on it. Yeah, right. They were so bad. They shouldn't have made those movies. Yeah, I think like most people, Dark Fart. Yeah, most people are cool with like Terminator 1, 2, and 3 and Salvation. And me, I'm actually cool with the four Terminators. Yeah, that's where this guy's from. He's from Salvation. Because I mean, Salvation was packed full of great actors. You know, you get Christian Bale and was it Sam Worthington from Avatar? He's pretty good in there. You get what was that other kid that passed away? He was good in there too. Forgot his name. Yeah, I forgot his name, dude. He's a great actor. He passed away, but yeah, I like that one, and I liked Terminator 3: Rise of the Machines. I actually really like that. Some cool fight scenes in there. I like the scene where he's in the graveyard. He's got the coffin on his shoulder. And he's using the Gatling gun. Like it's just like a iconic scene, you know. I feel like a lot of people probably haven't watched that one. At least I don't know because it wasn't as big. T600 infiltration unit with uncovering runner flesh covering. Yeah, yeah, he's the one who shot the leg off when hanging upside down on a chain. Yeah, after those atrocities. Yeah, I always liked Salvation because when I was a kid, I always wanted to see a Terminator movie that was in the post-apocalyptic. You know, I always thought that would have been really cool, and that's exactly what Salvation was. I just think the CGI Arnold in there was really bad. You know, I think they should have just got like another actor to play him. It could have been like the T. It could have been like the the T700 or something. You know what I mean? They could have just got like another Arnold, got another bodybuilder. It would have been fine. It would have been fine, didn't it? I think it would have been even more interesting. People would have remembered it, right? Because you have the T600, which are these, and then you have T800. Then you never have the T700, as far as I know. At least they didn't depict it in the movies. I don't think they did. And even if so, they could have done like T something T700.1 or negative T800 or something like that. They could have done something. I just think putting in a CGI person, an actual human, it's not a good idea. You don't want to CGI humans. Yeah, Yeah, I would have definitely put somebody else other than Arnold in there. Unless Arnie wanted to be in it, but the thing is, he would have been out of shape and too old even at that point to pull off, that version of the Terminator. Now they could do it with all the deep face and AI. It could get pulled off, right? But back then, just watching it, it's hard to get into it because you just know it's CGI. Yeah, old, not obsolete. Yeah, no, I think he could. I think he could. He could. It would be really hard, but I think he could do another Conan movie. The old King Conan. Yeah. Or even if he wanted to play like an old barbarian, that's the thing. He doesn't have to play Conan. He could play something else. Like they could create a barbarian type character like Conan and have him play that. That'd be dope. Then it's not attached to anything. He could play like an old Crom or something. Crom the Barbarian. He could literally play Crom the Barbarian. Then there wouldn't be so many people that you have to please or whatnot. They did great de-aging at the beginning of Dark Fate. That was really good, but they killed John. Yeah, that was horrible. I was like, what are you guys doing? Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, they gotta think of something else. But even if they are gonna redo Terminator, like reboot it, I don't know what I mean, the T-800 is such an iconic, it's so synonymous with it. They're gonna have to do some type of metal robot that looks like a human. Otherwise it ain't Terminator. For sure, man. That's your Steve England. I can't go to your channel right now, but because I'm on my phone, it's kind of locked into this uh, streaming mode. But yeah, I'll go take a look at it, bro. Hey, have a good one, Fran Goated. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good weekend. Oh, that's cool. You're printing them out. Nice. Very cool. That's cool. Yeah, that's a lot. Makes sense though. Does make sense. I don't have too much more drawing to do on this. Pretty soon I can start inking this puppy up. Let's see, I gotta get this little handle right there. Is that? Oh, thanks, England. I appreciate that. Just messing around, just chilling. Got a comic book coming out later this year. Supposed to be coming out in March. Lettering that right now. And I'm gonna be opening up my art store probably by the end of the month. It's gonna have comics on there and also artwork. He's selling pieces on there. Original ink, black, like this, but it'll be inked. Yeah. For people that are into like comic book style art, you know. Stuff like this. And like this too. You got Frankenstein versus the Wolfman. Thanks, man. How's it going, Ryan Morris? Hope you're doing good. Yeah, on this show, I like to draw. Usually, I like to draw battles. You know, matchups. Probably gonna have to come up with a name for this show because I've been doing the same shit for a while. But it's not always. It's either a battle or it's like a. Well, it's always a battle. It always is a battle. But matches is something I kind of. I'd have to go back and look at the first couple live streams and see. I think it kind of evolved into matches. It was battles before. Have you ever heard of Tank Girl? Oh yeah, yeah, I've heard of Tank Girl. I've seen the movie too. Wasn't that like a 2000 AD like DREDD character? I know that they make her in a bunch of different. She's like in a bunch of different publishing houses. Oh, okay, that's cool. Awesome, awesome. It's super cool. I'm drawing Judge Dredd, Judge Joseph Dredd versus the T-600 from Terminator Salvation. A bit of a druggie, huh? Yeah, a lot of people are, I guess. Sad. All right, we got that. Yeah, because this guy does have some clothes on, so you gotta have to go back and reference this a little bit. I'll be working more on that later. Let's see, probably a little bit of clothing right here too. You have to double check that, but either way, I'll have a little bit of something right here. Oh, thanks for the sub, man. I appreciate that. Hell yeah, hell yeah. That's awesome. Let's see here. Oh yeah, it's got like 3. Let me see here. Oh, for sure, man. Take care of the pups. They got to get their exercise. I know all about that. And right here, we want to do a little robot action right here in the face. I'm gonna have to draw a little bit of that right there. If I forget. There we got that. It's got 3. I forgot what it's called. 3 shocks, I guess, is what you would call it. Let's see. This will probably go something like that. How's it going, Sam X7U? Thanks for stopping by. Drawing some Terminator right here. Little T600 Terminator action right here. Let's see. So this one would have a pump right here, like that. And then there's a little elbow action right here. Little elbow action right there. So there's that. And then I would probably just have this like that. And then these up here, there'll be one of these. One little shock like that coming out of the socket right here. And then maybe we'll do another one right here. A little smaller though. Something like that. There we go. A little something like that. All right. Getting there. All right. So I probably got about one more Drawstream of this just to tighten things up. Seems like he's going to be the one that's the hardest for me anyways, the T600. He's got a lot of mech, you know. Joseph over here, I'm pretty happy with. I'm content with that. You know, I'm pretty happy with my DREDD. They give him the big ass chin too, the big long Bruce Campbell chin. Yeah, I'm not too happy with the eagle. Not 100% happy with that yet, so I'm gonna probably tweak that out before I start inking it, or I might tweak it in the inking process. I want the eagle to look a little brutal, a little meaner, you know. Yeah, I'll figure something out with that. Yeah. But yeah, pretty much that's what it is right there. I gotta get ready to go to bed right now. I got a big day of work tomorrow. But thanks everybody for stopping by. Everyone that's been watching, I really appreciate you guys. I hope you have a phenomenal weekend. Hope you guys relax, decompress, uh, start planning out your New Year's resolutions. If you haven't already, get a planner and put 3 things in there that you want to that you are going to complete this year. And that's what I'm going to do. 3 things I'm going to complete this year. I know one of them is going to be painting. I'm going to get my comic book printed and done. It's going to come out. And I'm going to finish 2 other comics. So that'll be the 3 things I do right there. Boom. But yeah, thanks again for watching, guys. I feel like trash right now, so I'm gonna go rest and get ready. Hope you guys have a good night. Always remember to be bold, be brave, and roll the bones to know your role. And remember, again, the artist isn't starving, and the artist isn't hungry. I'll catch you guys later. Keep it metal.